Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. So we're going to talk about United striking options. So with Mason Mount about to have his medical and his potential impact on our side as a number 8 being hotly anticipated, become apparent, it's become clear to us all that United's preferred targets from a striking point of view are both Harry Kane or Victor Osimhen. But both are beyond Ten Hag's budget, let's be honest. Both are totally beyond what Erik Ten Hag has right now. So all would, from Harry Kane's point of view, would be completely awkward to sign. So the club have to shop around for cheaper alternatives. So here's potentially one cheaper alternative. And one surprise name could be that of Moroccan striker Youssef En-Nesyri. Now, before I go into why En-Nesyri could be basically the player that Ten Hag should sign, along with Rasmus Hojlund, because I think we need two strikers. Basically, one who's a bit more experienced to take the pressure off the Young Dane and lead the line. As for why we should sign En-Nesyri, well, he may be available for a knockdown price due to the financial problems at Sevilla. Now, he's got 2 years left on his current contract, although according to the Spanish newspaper Marca, they've been reporting that Sevilla have such massive financial problems that their entire squad is up for sale for the right price. So that's including what they consider to be their star striker, which is El-Nesyri, or Nazaria, or however you want to pronounce it. Now, and it's not as if we United fans and Ten Hag are not familiar with this guy. We are. We know what he's capable of because he scored 2 goals in Sevilla's 3-0 win against us in the Europa League quarter-finals. And he also scored 18 goals in 48 games for a struggling Sevilla last season, with his best return for Sevilla being 24 goals in a season. That was 2 years ago. So he's 26 years old, which means he's not past his best. In fact, he should be entering into what some would consider to be his peak years. Additionally, El-Nesyri, or En-Nesyri, sorry, I could get that wrong, En-Nesyri, was the striker who wrecked Bruno Fernandes and Diego Dalot's World Cup dream. He scored a fantastic header for Morocco against Portugal in that competition. So his qualities as a striker were praised during the World Cup by ex-Manchester United manager David Moyes, who told the Daily Times at that time that in Youssef En-Nesyri they have a centre forward who's an incredible good runner and gives them an outlet, an attacking dangerous outlet. Basically, really, that's what United need. They need a striker who is athletic, who's good in the air, and who stays fit. And Nasri does. His injury record is, well, he very rarely gets injured. And right now, our real options, other than Hojlund, seem to be non-existent. And if he can be available for around about £25 million because of Sevilla's need to raise funds, Nasri En-Nesyri could be useful for us, I think. It could be at least an option. It should be on the list. A list that is based on us having virtually no budget to play with. However, obviously he wouldn't be at the top of my list, and he probably wouldn't be at the top of yours or Ten Hag's list. What do you think? And now, moving on to Rasmus Hojlund. United had a 30 or around about £31 million bid rejected from Atalanta for the 20-year-old. And now it looks like United are going to go in, according to The Sun, which is a newspaper here in the UK, it looks like United are going to go back in with another bid. But The Sun says that United interest in the forward has increased due to financial fair play restrictions after the £55 million signing. Well, 60 million with 5 million of add-ons, signing of Chelsea's Mason Mount, which is another reason why Youssef En-Nesyri could be an option. I mean, it's claimed that United have around £65 million left to play with in this transfer market, with Ten Hag having to sell unwanted players to increase his spending power. So, so if you imagine Hojlund for 40, assuming that the second bid gets accepted, and Youssef En-Nesyri for around 25, that's 65, gives you two strikers. Are they good enough together? Who knows? But as for Hojlund, he took part in 42 matches for Atalanta last season and scored 16 goals in all competitions, providing 7 assists. I mean, for either of the players, it's hard. Either of them or both combined have hardly got a set of stats that give them the right to lead the line at Manchester United. But with us being strapped for cash and FFP rules taking hold, I mean, what is Ten Hag going to do? His options are pretty limited. So that might be why, 25 million, like I said, for Nesyri, and 40 million for Hojlund, if that second offer is accepted, could be enough to fit with what the manager has left to spend, and could be just enough to get us through this next season. Is it enough to challenge for the league? Obviously not. But if you're like me, and in the back of your mind, really, you're holding out for a Shakhtar's takeover and a significant cash injection, I mean, you're not alone. I'm thinking that. I hold on to that hope. But we have to be realistic as United fans and come to terms, I think, with the fact that that won't happen before the season starts and the transfer window slams shut. I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, no, I'm afraid that we have to start thinking about cutting our cloth accordingly and living within our means. Unfortunately, that may mean we have to go with one striker or a couple of what we consider one cut price striker in En-Nesyri and one kind of not truly tested striker in Hojlund. I mean, he looks like he's going to be a hell of a player for the future. And together, maybe they can get us through next season. I mean, the other option is that United try and do a Chelsea and sell all our unwanted players to Saudi clubs. And why not? Why not? Why not? I mean, in fact, now that I've said that, why are we not doing it? Why is that actually not happening? Are the clubs so inept that they can't see a cash cow sitting under their nose? I mean, I personally, it's pretty shocking that we can't bolster Ten Hag's transfer budget with the sale of players. I mean, I was watching a video earlier on today about Harry Maguire and how he doesn't seem to be pushing for a move, even though he knows that he's not going to be, probably not even going to be on the bench next season. There's a good chance if he stays at Manchester United next season, he's not going to be on the bench. And he could probably get around about 30 to 45 million for that player. And he could go on and play elsewhere and give Ten Hag the cash he needs to buy the players to improve our squad. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen. I mean, Anthony Elanga as well, one of many players that are at the squad who aren't going to get chances under Erik Ten Hag, and will just leave us with that huge financial pressure from the wages down through you name it. I mean, United look screwed right now in the transfer market. So maybe En-Nesyri as a cut price striker and Hojlund if that second bid is accepted. Now, I've been watching a few of those YouTube videos that you get of players, and Hojlund looks to be a player that is worth looking at, and I cannot totally understand why Erik Ten Hag is so excited about this player, because I am too, but he isn't the player that you will be leading the line. I can't see that happening, and we'll be taking a massive risk if we do. Anyway, let me know what you think about En-Nesyri. Would you sign him? 25 million? Do you think he's capable of coming and offering us anything beyond what Wout Weghorst did last season? Honestly, I can't see anybody being as bad as Wout Weghorst. but you just never know. And they're the risks you take in football, which is why everybody wants Harry Kane. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please smash a like on the video. And if you don't subscribe, please help the channel grow and subscribe. Thank you.